This is 100 days of survival on Mars in abandoned space. Today, I'm going to Mars, one of the most interesting planets for colonization and exploration. All that we have is an abandoned Martian base, which we'll have to maintain by extracting various resources. Because if this is not done, my survival will simply end. Of course, there's gonna be Martian dust storms, and believe me, they'll be very strong. And some monsters will be able to attack our base and even destroy it. My team has prepared a giant map with a huge number of locations to explore and survive. And every 10 days, an event can occur that can completely change our survival. Can we turn Mars into a green planet that will become a second home for mankind? Find out in this episode. Let's watch this episode from start to finish. Let's go! At the end of the last episode, we ended up on a mystical planet, similar to Earth. It turned out that it was a trap. A massive black hole spawned on that planet and began to devour everything in its way. On day 26, it took me too. For 2 minutes, I was in a strange dimension. I looked at the coordinates and I was flying at a massive speed. Is this how it's supposed to be, or is this the end of my survival? At some point, I was teleported to a different planet, and that planet was Mars. Oh my god, okay, I get it, but I think this is too much. Okay guys, I think this survival is gonna be really interesting. It's worth noting that all of my resources stayed on that planet, and most likely they've already despawned. No, yeah, of course, well done team. They'll come up with some weird survival, and then I have to waste brain cells. Nevertheless, I had to move fast, because as it turned out, for some reason, it was hot on Mars. Not far from the place where I spawned, some kind of building was visible in the fog. I decided to head there because it was the only option I had. Look, there's some kind of station over there. Oh, gravity is kind of interesting here, by the way. Okay, I think we should check that place out. But just like that, I wasn't going to get to the station, because my path was blocked by death creepers. These are the local residents, and there's quite a lot of them. What'd you come here? Rap battle or PvP, huh? And apparently, they don't like guests very much. Okay guys, there are 4 creepers coming at me right now. They weren't that strong at this point, but the red eyes were still quite scary. Look, he dropped a TNT block and some kind of sulfur. It's used to create gunpowder. When I came closer, it was clear that it was some kind of research station, and there were some messages blinking all around. Time to deal with the creepers! My first task was literally to survive. I was already quite curious about studying this planet, the monsters that live here, and perhaps some secrets. There's some kind of message here. Hold up, creeper, I'm trying to read it. Do dust storms happen on Mars? Storms? On Mars? Wait, am I on Mars? Jokes aside guys, but there's some kind of apocalypse over here. Information about storms for today. Moderately light storm, 4 points. In this room, I found another message, or rather a piece of it. After digging up the sand, I realized that it was talking about sealing up the room. Okay, that means we can seal this room. Okay, let's close all the holes and the message should change, just like we had on the spaceship. I began to clean up all the debris and close up all the holes in the ceiling. This took me the rest of the day. The room is sealed, guys. Nice. Okay, I think I can take off my mask. The only problem is that I have absolutely no wood, but there are some light bulbs. Okay, let's wait till morning and see what else we can find here. Day 27. The storm has stopped. Today, I was going to explore the entire Martian station. The creepers were already waiting for me in the morning and came out through the back door. Okay, let's try to get out of here. Oh my god, look guys, this is the planet that we were on. And it seems that the black spot is the black hole, which I think seems to have already eaten half of the planet. Okay, everything is so cool over here, wow. I got to the next room and it was not airtight. It's good that I found a chest in the middle, in which I found a lot of blocks so I could seal the room. It took quite a lot of time because the creepers were also bothering me. That's it friends, I sealed all the holes and made a window. Okay, now let's try to find something interesting over here. I was in the central room. From it, in all 4 directions, there were hatches that also led to the other compartments. On the second floor, I found a note about fire extinguishers, which said that they were not very good over here. We'll deal with that later. Okay, interesting. Who dragged the table into the airlock? Really, who brought this table into the airlock? I'm a meteorologist, not a radio host. Why am I being forced to sit in front of the radio and listen to white noises? There was nothing in the contract that said that this station is also a radio center. Do you guys know what white noise sounds like? Shh. Okay, let's keep going. Then I got to the so-called heart of the station. As soon as I entered, I saw strange messages on the wall that told about certain rules. Rules for the station Meteor Mars 3. Perform maintenance every 3 sols. Refuel the main generator every 3 sols. Load or dash every 7 sols. Avoid emergency shutdowns of the host computer and avoid fires. Wait, I hear sounds of fire! And before I had time to comprehend what I had read, a fire began on the lower floor. I had to put it out as quickly as possible. A fire extinguisher? How do I even use it? Everything's on fire here. How do I... Okay, I need to extinguish everything quickly. Come on. The message about the condition of the station has changed from a fire to a lack of resources. Okay, I don't like this one bit. The room is sealed. That's good. Okay, press P to open the menu. Oh, wow. What kind of menu is this? The window is called a status indicator, and it is a complete reflection of the activities on the Martian base. As written on the wall, in order to keep the base working, I have to carry out maintenance, load fuel, as well as dash. Why, you ask? I learned that if the indicators go to 0, a huge black hole will appear in place of the base, and in that case, as my team told me, my survival will end 100%. It's really good that I actually found this thing, because we don't have that much time left, so tomorrow I think I'll look for those resources. Good morning, Martians. We have a new day. One thing I understand for sure, we're definitely running out of food. Of course, this was a huge problem for us, considering that the thirst indicator, everything wasn't very good with that thing as well. There's only 3 rooms left in this base which I have not studied. One of these rooms was an old farm, which was also badly battered, just like the rest of the base. Okay, look, there's a few dirt blocks over here, and a message saying that the room is not airtight. I think it's time to fix this. In about half a day, I completely fixed the room. The problem that remained was that we neither had water nor seeds, so I decided to go around the last 2 rooms. One of them was once inhabited. Employees of the scientific stations who once studied Mars worked and lived here. I managed to find a few cookies, which made me very happy. Oh, I love cookies so much! I'm a cookie! I'm a cookie! The second room was once a place for terraforming, which apparently never came to life. But trees were also grown here. I cut down a few trees, and the day was coming to an end. But only in the evening, I noticed that my thirst was practically at 0. There are 2 out of 10 drops left, and once all the drops are completely gone, I'll be dehydrated, and most likely, my survival will be over. Okay guys, the situation is pretty bad. First, I'm getting really cold because it's night. And of course, look at the amount of water that I have left. Oh my god, I don't even know what to do. Just 5 minutes ago, the survival was very fun, and now I'm on the verge of death. On day 29, it was clear that everything that I could explore around, I explored. There was not a drop of water on this entire Martian base, either as loot or physically. Then, I began to calculate how I can hold out as long as possible. I realized that thirst works the same way as hunger. The less you run, the less you jump, and the less you do something, the less thirst is wasted. From the very morning, I decided to make half a stack of slabs, which would help me not jump at all. This should help me for a while. Okay guys, I looked everywhere I could. There is no water here. I only have 1.5 drops left. The only option I have is not jumping at all. And that way, I can hold out a little longer. How much exactly? I'm not sure. The main question was what to do now. I looked around the entire Martian base, and it seems the red desert is my only option. At the moment, I decided that I should only go where my eyes looked, since it was definitely impossible to stay. On the way, I noticed the cave. Okay guys, there's a cave here, look. I had nothing to lose, so I decided to go down. Okay, to be honest, I'm a little nervous, because I don't know how long I can last. The ores in the Martian cave looked different, but the iron was still there. I was also able to find the dash ore that we need to support our Martian base. The only thing is that I can't mine it now, because it requires a diamond pickaxe. I had a thought, what would happen if there was ice at the very bottom of the cave? Because everyone knows that there's ice on Mars. I thought maybe my team added it too, but unfortunately, I just wasted my time. In short, there was no ice here. I just hoped for it. I thought maybe my team did it, but no. My thirst meter went lower and lower. I really hoped that around the base, maybe my team added some dungeons or at least something where I could find water. Honestly guys, I don't know what to do anymore. It was a good survival. I tried my best to make it really interesting. I don't know. I decided to just walk where my eyes led me. There was only 1 drop of hope left in me. There's snow here. Okay, there's snow here, great, but like, what does it give me? I can't do anything with it. Wait, there's some stone on the mountain. Wait, is that ice? That's it guys, I have no water left. Soon I'm gonna start dying. I'm already running out of HP. My HP is already going down, no! I only had 1 light bulb with me. This light bulb was the very last hope. If it can melt the ice, then I can survive. Since torches don't work here, this is the only option. Wait, it's water! It's water, guys! It's water! This is water, I found it! Finally! With the help of a light bulb, I made water from the ice that I noticed from there. Oh my god! Look! There's more and more! This is one of the most epic moments of me! Okay, it's just a little cold here as you can see. We need to get out of here because it's already evening. Luck was on our side today. Joyfully, I went home. Tomorrow, a new day was waiting for us. Day 30, we survive. And now I can finally go about my normal business. In the morning, be sure to exercise. Okay, we squat, jump, be sure to knead the joints, make circular movements with the head. The first thing I did is I made a bucket to get the water. Obviously, I immediately made myself a farm, since the cookies were already running out. I was also lucky that I missed the crate of potatoes, so now we have a potato farm. Also, on that day, I decided to go to the cave again. Those are diamonds! I made myself a diamond pickaxe and mined the dash ore. I remind you that we simply needed to maintain our station. That's better. One less problem, but there's 2 more left. The big question was where to look for fuel, as well as tools for maintenance. It was worth noting that today was day 30, which means that some event was supposed to happen, and apparently, this event took place very far away from us. Just so you know, I just noticed this. Look at how much the black hole has grown. I wonder what will happen when the planet disappears altogether, and whether this black hole will be able to reach us. On day 31, I improved my main room a little bit. I'm a designer. Okay, come on, I'll show you. Okay, first let's go in. Here I made such doors similar to those. Over here, I added some light. Look, and here we have such a warehouse, guys. We don't have enough resources for chests yet, so I just collected these boxes everywhere. I sort into these 4 categories so far. Resources, miscellaneous, tools, and blocks. Here are the blocks, for example. And the problem is that not everything fits in here. I hope we'll find a tree soon, and we'll be able to fix this issue. By the way, about that tree, on day 32, I decided to restore the room where trees used to be grown. Okay, I need to completely restore this building so that trees can be grown. Otherwise, we won't be able to craft anything. And as you understand, trees don't grow here. Okay guys, the room is fully airtight. I even made this window for our trees. There's not much dirt here, but we'll still plant our trees. Okay friends, these trees must grow. Otherwise, we will die! We have spent a whole week, 7 whole days on our Martian base, and yet we still haven't found a single dungeon. I decided that this should be fixed and go on a research expedition in search of traces of people and possibly even new cool loot. Let's be honest, you've been waiting for this moment too, because it's time to explore this planet. This is the real Mars. I think I'll go in just any direction. It's worth talking a little about Mars itself. The relief of Mars consists of craters, volcanoes, valleys, deserts, as well as polar ice caps, one of which saved our life a couple days ago. On the surface of our Minecraft Mars, various creatures also live, both good and terrible monsters from which we should probably stay away. After some time, I stumbled upon a rover, which was quite surprising because before that, we had only seen our station, and my new friends were waiting for me right next to the rover. Just look at what I found! It's a rover, I guess. And look, there are some aliens over there. Okay, I think it's better to reload my gun. Apparently, they're friendly. Hello to you too. Is that a hello from you? Come on, I don't know the Martian language. What do you want from me? Okay, there's a door. Let's try to get to it. Easy. Okay, we're inside. Okay, let's check what's in it. Maintenance tools. Look, wait, that's exactly what we need. Canned food and quartz parts. More food and also a note. Researchers. Development of local. These AI flying robots look amazing. As soon as our rover stood up, they flew here and began to study it. And completely harmlessly, without even touching us. And on the contrary, greeting us. It turns out that these are robots. They look pretty cool. While I was studying the rover, everything was fine. But just as I was about to leave, a Martian storm began. Okay, I think a storm is coming. Why did everything turn so dark? Wait, do you hear the sound? Oh my god! Perhaps the storm can even destroy blocks. I didn't check it for myself, so I decided to wait it out in this rover. Morning of day 33, I returned home and immediately decided to do some maintenance on our Martian base. And for a complete peace of mind, all that remained was to fuel the Martian base. But where can I find it? Why are you looking at me? How should I know? In the evening of the same day, I decided to farm a little sulfur and gunpowder from those creepers. Great, now we can craft ammo. On day 34, I continued to look for dungeons, because as my team said, there are quite a lot of them. I tried to explore the map any way around my base. The location that I discovered today was not empty, because it was inhabited by cyber demons. The cyber demon in our Minecraft world also has a village, like ordinary residents in vanilla Minecraft. I have not found them yet, but what distinguishes them from ordinary residents inhabitants is that they're absolutely unfriendly and you cannot bargain with them. I want to note that there are also reasonably good civilizations, which we will see later. Okay guys, it's all good. I found some kind of dungeon, but at the same time I found those creepy monsters and they seem to be running at me. Oh my god, what? Cyber demons are way stronger than I thought. With one blow, they take out 5 hearts. Okay, there are actually too many of you. Try to hit me now. I don't have enough ammo for you. Okay, the last one is left. That was tough. Look, I even got their blaster. Oh my god, wow. Okay, there seems to be no one left here. Look, there's some signs over here. Oh, and we have this beautiful box. Spare parts, ammo, and a note. Is it possible to terraform Mars? A rhetorical question, as they say. That's all that was in this note. Absolutely nothing more. What is that? Is that a texture bug or something? And then I started digging up those flying saucers. I was very surprised by what I found. Never mind, we seem to have found a buggy, guys. Okay, we need to get it out of here as soon as possible. Okay, let's try to get it out. Okay, come on. Oh my god, look at this fierce style. Wait, it even has inventory space, and we can put all of our things in here. This is 100 days of survival on the Martian buggy. From this point on, our possibilities for the exploration of Mars are greatly increased. Now, we'll be able to explore 5 times more terrain than we would on foot, which allows us to find new dungeons, new loot, and also some new plot stories. Day 35, and I know what you're thinking. Well, we need to refuel our Martian base, because if it stops working, then our survival will end. Why are you looking at me again? I don't know where to look for this fuel. You're sitting there watching my video and probably worrying about me. And yeah, to be honest, I worry about myself as well. I began to look around the entire base again, hoping to find at least some information about the fuel, because the condition was already critical, and I managed to find something. There was a whole room under these pieces of iron. So you understand, I went here a million times, and only now I discovered that there is something beneath it. Okay, let's try to get down. A TV, a sign, and a box of some kind. Okay, there's a block of turf inside the box. Okay, can I turn on the TV or something?
Is it possible for a tear to shape Mars? The issue has been on the agenda for more than a decade. Will it be possible to change the Martian climate in order to make the space on the surface of Mars more suitable for human life, thus facilitating the colonization of the planet, as well as making this colonization much safer and more sustainable? The chest next to you contains one of the most expensive blocks on Mars. With it, you can start the process, and you can find other items by exploring the locations left by people. Life on Mars is in your hands.
Okay, I guess we can terraform Mars. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't found this place. And even my friend Felix participated there. I was so excited about terraforming Mars that I decided to take it really seriously. But I know what you're thinking. Fuel. And it still wasn't there. The entire base was at a critical level. And if today we don't find a way to get fuel, then our survival will simply end and we will lose. The condition of the premises is critical. Might be worth a good walk around this room. Wait a minute. I know what block this is. Waste treatment plant. And there's a note in here. Wait. Oil. Or Mars has it. The spawn is similar to lava lakes in the overworld. Your task is to find it and then turn it into fuel, which is so necessary for the base. What? I didn't waste any time. I collected some resources, sat down on my buggy, and went looking. Let's go that way. We haven't been there yet. Okay, get this, friends. Survival can already end at any moment. And I had a plan to climb the mountains and inspect the lowlands, so we can definitely find this oil. Wait, look, I see some kind of lake over there. Maybe it's just water, but maybe oil. Okay, guys, let's go, let's fly, let's go. It kind of looks just like water. A bucket of oil? We found oil! Now we're gonna be rich! I'm joking. So, I hope so many buckets will be enough. If I knew that such puddles existed here, I might have found it such a long time ago. Then, I went back to our base as soon as possible. Okay, we still need to power this thing. Because the oil still needs to be processed into fuel, I have these batteries over here. Now let's try to do it quickly. We load the batteries and the oil is going, guys. Okay, loading all the oil. Okay, ready. I hope this is enough for us. Okay, great. The cleaning has begun, friends. Okay, we're loading the battery. I really hope this is enough for us. Okay, this is not enough. I need to bring more batteries faster. The batteries really came in handy. It's good that the residential complex was full of them. Okay, friends, our batteries are completely gone. And that's not even all that we've had. And that's how much fuel we've made. Okay, let's try to get it. I really hope we can get at least some of it. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, not that good. We need to figure out how to feed this thing. Again, back to studying the Craft Galaxies mod. Okay, we have 2 buckets. That's also pretty good. Look, 2 of these buckets were completely enough to fill the entire scale. Is that it? Did we completely save the base? Okay, guys, we can finally breathe. Now, I need to understand how to extract all of these resources, and only then it'll be possible to safely survive here. Day 37. Today, I decided to fully engage in the restoration of our Martian base. And of course, I needed a huge amount of blocks, so I mined them from the debris that I found on the surface, dismantled the rover and some other ruins. I also repaired the main center, all the gateways, each sector separately, and also cleaned up the territory. One of the most important days in this survival. It is day 38. On this day, I placed a block of turf, which was now supposed to grow onto the Martian surface. Once the oxygen level reaches a certain level, we can remove the mask, breathe, make farms, and even grow trees, which in turn will provide even more oxygen. Day 39. The morning was restless. In my first room, new messages appeared. Information that a new storm is incoming. You need to visit the base control center. My team warned me that storms would play a serious role in this survival, but I somehow completely forgot about them in the moment. Red text? New voicemail. Press K. What? Pancakes? Oh my god!
The storm is coming. In general, I don't know how you will survive, but that's not the point. The storm will be so strong that the blocks can break, which means that your base is under threat. 1 block and you have a depressurization. Also get ready for a lot of sand. It will gradually build up. Well, I don't advise you to go outside either, because you will receive instant damage. Try to save the most valuable thing on the base and survive. Good luck, though luck won't help you.
Where did he go? Well, that's an interesting interaction. Coincidentally, tomorrow is day 40, which I think is not an accident. So I decided to protect my base as much as possible. First of all, I made a roof over the turf block because there's no way I can collect it, so I had to protect it to the maximum. Okay, done. I also built a box above the solar panels. In this video, I didn't tell you anything about these solar panels, and honestly, I completely forgot about them myself. Tomorrow, most likely the sky will be overcast, and the solar panels will stop working. Well, given that they're not working even now, I want to fix this. To run them, you need a Martian battery, and we have that. The point was simple. If you remember, we had an energy problem. Because of this, we couldn't create the normal amount of fuel we need. On the last evening before the storm, I decided to fix it. I made aluminium wires and began laying them out. It turned out pretty cool, and most importantly, effective. That's it, guys. We have energy and oil processed here. Of course, we'll close it, isolate it, so to speak, because you probably understand what might happen if there's suddenly a large storm over here. Of course, I should have thought about this earlier, but at least in the evening, we'll change as much as we can and make some oil, because I don't know how long the storm will last, but we don't even have the resources that need to be created. Day 40. A powerful Martian sandstorm has reached my base. Okay guys, it's day 40. More creepers are appearing on the street. Look, I can't see anything at all. Okay, everything's in order. Our potatoes are growing. Okay, wait, what is that? Oh my god, what kind of monster is that? Look at that mutant. Is it heading towards my base right now? Just look at that thing. Herald of the Sandstorms is one of the bosses that spawns during powerful sandstorms. In 1 second, he just smashed my entire farm. Guys, there's so many creepers here. They're blowing up everything they see. No. Oh, no. Okay, we need to save 3.5 hearts. And this weird mutant is running at me. Oh my god, he's huge. How many creepers are there? Oh my god. They depressurized my building. Okay, let's just destroy it. Okay, there it is. There is. Now I just need to make sure that the creepers don't depressurize my main building. The storm intensified. After repelling the attack of the monsters, I went back into the building. Day 41. The area was covered with sand. This made me very upset. Does it happen to you that nothing works out and just everything falls out of your hands? Here is such a situation, given that any room could depressurize within a second. Information about the storms for today. Death storm. 9 points. As you understand, the level of sand in some places already covers the windows. Sand just covered everything around. Here too, take a look. Okay, now let's go and see how things are with our depressurized room. Oh my god, guys, the room is not airtight. Naturally. It's tough, guys. Just look at this. We have so many things to restore. At this point, I was just emotionally tired. I did so much, then some kind of storm just destroyed everything. The storm ended on the next day. I went to the surface to check how bad things are. How nice it is to see that black hole again. Wow, look, we survived. And most importantly, we survived. I need to check how our turf is doing. Guys, he's right there. Yes, the damage of course is colossal, but still, I think this is not the time to lose heart. And let's restore and clean everything up. And I had to clean for a lot more than one day. Day 42, 43, and 44, I was just cleaning up the consequences of the storm. I spent a lot of diamond shovels as well as nerves. Guys, you have no idea. I can finally breathe here and see how our turf has already grown. Yes, there was still some sand left, but I didn't have time to remove it. But in general, I cleaned everything. Those were pretty difficult days. I took a sapling and tried planting it. No, not yet. Well, probably after a couple of days, we'll definitely be able to plant it. And one panel was also damaged, unfortunately, and I couldn't even find it. But in general, I think we coped with the storm pretty well. Day 45, the second chapter of our survival begins. There were a lot of obstacles on our way. Remember how we were looking for water because we were dying of dehydration, or trying to find various resources to support our base, as well as the deadly storm. And now, having gone through so many trials, we are beginning to colonize Mars. Okay guys, I hope we'll finally be able to plant our tree, because look at how much grass there's here. Oh my god. Okay, let's try. Yes! Yes, we planted it, guys! Let's go! The first sapling planted on the open surface of Mars. That's it, guys. We finally have a tree. And as I understand it, it already creates oxygen. On the same day, I sat on my rover and explored new dungeons and found a couple. In one of the dungeons, I found Silk Touch, and it was the best item ever. You have no idea what I can do now. I have a Silk Touch shovel. I can collect turf in some places like this, put red sand back into place, and take this turf and plant it around my entire territory. For example, here, and that's it. Now, our entire territory is being replaced in 4 places at once. Also, in my main building, I decided to make an observatory upstairs. The glass dome, where the greenhouse will be inside. The landscaping progressed quite quickly. Every day, our Martian base became more and more green. On day 47, I completely finished the observatory with a greenhouse, and it turned out just amazing. And for the next days, I continued to work on landscaping the territory. Check out what I managed to create. Can you even imagine that we're on Mars? Look how green everything is. But here's our greenhouse. There aren't that many flowers here yet, but I hope we'll replenish their collection. Well guys, if we did everything right, now the biome should have completely changed. If we take off the mask over here, then I think we shouldn't be damaged and breathe calmly over here. Well, let's try. Ta-da! Yes! Guys, let's go! There is sufficient level of oxygen to safely breathe here without a mask. Incredible! And look at the lifeless wasteland all around us. I also improved my living space, made a separate kitchen, improved the warehouse, and I think everything looks very beautiful. Day 49. What day do you see? Just try to guess what I'm seeing right now. Oh my god. Of course, it looked incredibly beautiful, but also frightening. That's it. There is no planet, guys. Now we only have a black hole. And most of all, I wonder what will happen now. Will it reach us or not? On day 50, I decided to stop building for a while and go explore Mars, because I'm sure that there's a lot of locations here that I haven't looted. Next in line was some strange place that looked like an acid swamp. Let's see what interesting things I can find here. So, friends, I see some kind of monster, some kind of huge rover, and I think this monster is coming right for me. Go home, you monster! Oh look, there's some kind of building over here. Ammo, flashlight, okay, not bad. Let's take it all. A note. The ancient civilization is not far from here. Be careful. Ancient civilization? And here we have a new gun. And it looks pretty cool. As you probably were interested in the question of the ancient civilization. In fact, we saw some kind of cyber demons, local monsters, and we saw the robots near the rover. Perhaps they're all related to this ancient civilization, and it was of my interest to find it. On day 50, I found an equally interesting location. It was some kind of canyon, and it looked pretty sus. Is this some kind of valley? I don't know, but it looks a bit creepy for some reason. This place doesn't inspire my confidence at all. Look, there's some kind of ore over here. Is it solar dust? I wonder why we need solar dust for. Okay, I don't see any monsters yet. Well, I have this gun over here. Who will scare me? Look at how much solar dust there's over here. And while I was mining the solar dust, I didn't notice that the aliens surrounded me. Find out what happens in the next episode. Like this video to the maximum and write your cool comments. That's all from me. Zeman was with you. Bye bye.